If your photographs aren't good enough, you're not close enough. Robert Capa. One of the common mistakes that many beginning street photographers make is this: they don't get close enough. We have many fears and provide a lot of excuses for not getting close enough in our street photography. We are worried about pissing people off, we are worried about making other people feel uncomfortable, and we are worried that strangers might call the cops on us, or even worse, physically assault us. Realize that this is all in your head. By getting closer to a stranger, you won't die. In fact, I have learned that in photography and life, with physical proximity comes emotional proximity. Get closer. 2. 4. It isn't enough to use a telephoto or zoom lens to get close to your subject. By using a telephoto lens, you compress your image, and visually your photo feels less intimate. It feels like you are more of a voyeur looking in, rather than you being an active participant of the scene. In street photography, I generally recommend using a 35mm lens, full frame equivalent, for most photographers. Alex Webb, Constantine Manos, and Anders Peterson shoot with this focal length. The human eye sees the world in around a 40mm field of view, and I find that shooting with a 35mm lens gives you enough wiggle room around the edges of the frame. A 50mm is fine too. Henri Cartier-Bresson was famous for using it for nearly his entire life. But in today's crowded world, I find it to be a bit too tight. A 28mm is fantastic too. William Klein, Bruce Gilden, and Gary Winogrand have used this focal length, but realize that you have to be close enough with this lens to fill the frame. As a rule of thumb, I try to shoot with a 35mm at least 2 arm lengths away, or closer. 2 arm lengths is 1.2 meters, around 4 feet. Therefore I always have my camera pre-focused to 1.2 meters, set at f/8, ISO 1600, and I simply go out to find moments to shoot.